12 races up, 12 races down. An empty but beautiful Belmont Park on this Saturday evening. Dark skies. Things have settled down here. The dust has settled, certainly at Belmont Park. We had an extended 12-race card that began at noon, but it's all good. We wish you a happy Preakness Day and hope you had a terrific Saturday at the races, watching the races. It's Richard Migliore, Jason Blewitt alongside. Getting dark on our third-floor clubhouse studios, but like the bright lights of Broadway and the bright lights of MSG with the New York Rangers, Preakness Day, I think, a smashing success, although it got a bit wet at Pimlico.
A smashing success on so many fronts. Obviously, we had great racing here. La Verdad got to strut her stuff again. Always fun to watch her in action. The Rangers got it done earlier today, beating Tampa Bay. And our Triple Crown hopes are still alive.
14th time since a firm swept the series back in 1978 that we have a horse coming here for the Belmont Stakes on Saturday, June the 6th, with a position to sweep all three legs of the Triple Crown. It's been on an odd number 11 for 37 years. It'd be nice to make it an even 12. American Pharoah the Goods as we get you down to the action at Pimlico, and we'll talk you through the final quarter mile or so with American Pharoah, who got that aggressive ride from the inside post. And that was all they rode as he left this field in his sloppy wake.
And I love that Victor Espinoza took no prisoners. That post, the slop, why take chances? You got a fast horse, use his speed as your weapon, go on and clear off. And you knew midway down the backstretch, Jason, as comfortable as he got, he was going to be very tough to beat.
And look how efficient even now his stride is. No lost action. There's no wavering. Smooth as silk, just skipping over the sloppy main track down at Pimlico to win Preakness number 140 in a lopsided margin. A lot of people were surprised, even though he won the Kentucky Derby, at how hard he had to dig in and fight for that win over Firing Line and Dortmund. Today, it was like, as you called it, you said, if he wins, he's going to win by open lengths, a la a Smarty Jones or a Funny Side.
Yeah, and I thought the Derby would be the toughest one on him. I didn't expect him to have to be ridden as hard as he was in the Derby. He wasn't ridden hard in the Preakness. He never really, I think he got maybe hit once underhanded with the stick, but kind of shown it by Victor Espinoza. And I always thought the Derby was going to be the toughest one for him. Now, obviously, the Belmont's a whole different animal, 1.5 miles. But I thought them allowing him to use his speed was critical, and I hope when they come to New York they allow him to use his speed again. He's a fast horse, and I think that's his best go. Let him be free running.
It is just one piling up Preakness trophy after another for trainer Bob Baffert, who won his 6th Preakness. He's second in the standings all time. There he is, big smiles, hugging owner and breeder Ahmed Zayed, and the Zayeds were happy. They had their homebred 3-year-old by Pioneer the Nile. A big high five. It is 2 down and 1 to go, and on to the test of the champion on Saturday, June the 6th. Now, this won't be Bob Baffert's first rodeo, his 4th Triple Crown contender in the hoof prints of Silver Charm, Real Quiet, and War Emblem. And for Victor Espinoza, he's been here before as well. And I almost forgot, he's already ridden 2 Triple Crown attempts.
Yeah, I mean, War Emblem, I don't think anybody expected him to go 1.5 miles, and then he stumbled badly at the break, and basically his Belmont dream was over at the start. Then, of course, last year, we all kind of thought California Chrome could do it, but again, it underscores how tough it is. I think this horse is a really big shot to do it. I like everything about him. I do think he'll stay the 1.5 miles. He's got Empire Maker on the bottom side. And just what you alluded to, Jason, how efficient and fluid his stride is. To me, that's what helps get a horse 1.5 miles. And didn't it seem like after the Preakness, Bob Baffert seemed more relieved than happy? I'm sure it was an immense amount of pressure, and I'm sure he thinks that his horse was supposed to win, and that's when it's tough. You know how much is at stake.
He said he wanted to enjoy the moment. There'll be plenty of time over the next 3 weeks in that lead into the Belmont Stakes to worry about the training of American Pharoah, of course, the crush of media and just the attention. I mean, literally millions of people will be tuned into the 3rd leg of the Triple Crown, the longest, the oldest, on Saturday, June the 6th. And there she is, the old girl, our Palace, beautiful Belmont Park. And those limited Belmont Stakes tickets are still available at BelmontStakes.com. You need to be out here for the test of the champion.
Yeah, I mean, I was fortunate to be here live for 2 Triple Crown winners, Seattle Slew and Affirm back-to-back, and I still get goosebumps thinking about it. If you like horse racing or even just have any casual interest in it, you want to be here when history's made, and this is historic. If this horse can win the Triple Crown, it doesn't happen but once every 25 to 37 years ago. I mean, you think back, Citation to Secretariat was 25 years. We were spoiled in the 70s with 3, and now it's been a long wait I'd like to see that wait be over.
Just a step away from immortality. We'll see what happens regarding American Pharoah. Do they send him back to Churchill Downs? Does Bob Baffert, who is certainly very tight and very close and has won stakes at Belmont Park in the past, leaving his horses with the Terra Novas, do they just leave Pimlico and get him right up here to train over the next 3 weeks at Belmont Park? We'll find out over the next few hours or so, but a Preakness 140 to remember, including that torrential rainstorm. Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Well, I know a lot of people are going to say, well, it was the slop, and you know, frankly, he did. He's one of only 3 horses to have run on an off track, and he did so successfully in Arkansas. Bodhisattva ran in the mud, but he was overmatched, and you know, he ran well. And Mr. Z, who chased the pace and stopped, but I think he was. It was beyond just the track. I think he's just extremely talented, and I'll go back to it. Let him use his speed. And I sure hope he comes here immediately to train. I think that'll help him. He's a horse that has shipped around a lot, from Arkansas to California, back, then Kentucky, now Pimlico. Get him here. Let him get settled in. Let him get used to Big Sandy. And I love the fact that the world will be watching thoroughbred racing for the next 3 weeks, waiting for a Triple Crown.
There is nothing better, and our first 2-year-old champion since Spectacular Bid a long time ago. 1979, first 2-year-old champion to have a shot at sweeping the Triple Crown. We'll see if he's up to it. Belmont Park, of course, the epicenter of the game over the next 3 weeks. We cannot wait. We can't wait to get to the races today, that's for sure. We had the Grade 3 Vagrancy, Fillies and Mares. That was the anchor on this 12-race program. Most eyes were on La Verdad from the inside post. A short field, but a good field. And speaking of good, here's track announcer John Abrial.
The lead. La Verdad in front by a length. Sustainable runs in second. Room for Me is in third with Frivolity on the extreme outside. Then a break of 3. Back to Mamduha, who trails the field. La Verdad pressured here by Frivolity. Room for Me is racing in third, just behind the front 2. Sustainable in fourth, and Mamduha, the quarter in 22 and 2/5 seconds. La Verdad by a half length. Frivolity on the outside in second, and Room for Me is running in third. Then a break of 3 to Sustainable. 2 more to Mamduha. It's La Verdad, and now she's clear by 2 lengths. Room for Me has moved into second as Frivolity drops back. La Verdad leads the field to the top of the stretch, ran a half mile in 45 and 1/5 seconds. It is La Verdad in front by 2.5 lengths. Room for Me is running in second, and on the outside of La Verdad digs down at the rail. Here's Room for Me on the outside. Now there's a 16th to the wire. La Verdad trying to hang in there for another 100 yards. Room for Me driving on the outside. La Verdad wins the Vagrancy by a half length. Room for Me was second. Mamduha finished third, and the time was 1 minute, 16 seconds.
She's brilliantly quick and has blinding gate speed. She's also very game and determined, and she runs with moxie. La Verdad had to dig down for it today in the Vagrancy.
She doesn't want to lose. Jose Espinosa, excuse me. I got Victor Espinosa on the brain. Jose Ortiz did a perfect job of allowing his filly to see Room for Me, going out to her without bothering her. That's race riding. When a guy can float to another horse and meet the challenge, he did a great job. She looked tighter today than she did in her win in the distaff. And it's interesting, you know, we talk about speed and horses going fast. She goes fast, but she goes fast the right way. It goes back to that. It's not how fast you're going, it's how you're going fast. But she goes fast the right way.
Indeed, she has gone fast the right way. A very impressive resume, on the cusp of becoming a millionaire. She's 12 for 18 lifetime. She's been right at home with Lady Sheila Stables and Trader Linda Rice. Big smiles, high fives in the winner's circle. And Jose Ortiz was on hand. A nice victory in the Vagrancy, and he was alongside the Mig after the stake.
La Verdad breaks out of the gate so well. You don't have to ask her early in the race at all, do you?
No, you know, she did break by herself out of there. I took the lead, you know. And about the trip by half a mile, you know, I got a little pressure from the other horse, but she's so relaxed and she's doing by herself. When I asked him to go, she responds really well. The other horse, it gets closer, but she responds well.
It seems like she's a little bit more relaxed this year, or was she as relaxed last year?
This year she's more relaxed than last year. Last year she just kind of go by herself, like. But this year she let you rate her. If I want to go slower, they don't put pressure on me. I can slow her down. I think she's gonna have a pretty good campaign this year.
And it seemed like she was very determined, even though the other filly got close to you. She didn't seem like she was ever going to let her go by.
No, you know, La Verdad She's a winner. She all the time she gonna try hard, and all the time she give me 110%. So
she's a winner, and so are you. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
The tally keeps increasing for La Verdad in the winner's circle with Linda Rice, who's done an amazing job with this New York-bred daughter of Yes, It's True. How about the runner-up, the Room for Me, who was stepping up in class, had a chase outside, and never gave an inch and stayed on very stubbornly.
No, she really did stay on stubbornly. Now, she was getting a lot of weight from the winner and was very good. But, you know, for a filly that was claimed for 12.5 out in California, to come here and put together the races she has, she is fast and she's good, and she's able to rate just off of horses. If there's anybody, and I don't know if there is anybody out there that can entertain La Verdad early, Room for Me is going to have a better shot at her.
David Jacobson knows his way around the claim box, whether you're talking about older geldings or older fillies, and it nearly worked out with the good effort in the vagrancy. As we send it to break, we've got a lot more coming your way on this Preakness Day edition of Belmont Insider on MSG+. Those look tasty. The Wings Fest presented by Coors Light, a smashing success. We had wings from a number of local restaurants, a $10 donation to a great cause in a Wounded Warrior Project. Don't get any sauce on that little kid, but great to see the families out here. New York Rangers shirt, all right? 2-1 Rangers over Tampa Bay today. And man, oh man, I am hungry. My stomach is growling, but many people walking out with big trays of wings, and there's just nothing like a great day at Belmont Park.
Well, my favorite wings out there was from the guy with the Rangers shirt. Even if they weren't good, he got my vote.
All right, Belmont Stakes Day, please join us. Again, we have general admission on sale and limited seats on sale for the summer starts here. The Belmont Stakes Festival, 3 days, 17 stakes, $10 million on the line. And not only do you have American Pharoah for Baffert and Espinosa, you have got the supporting stakes as well. The Met, the Manhattan. It really is outrageous.
Just if you're a racing fan, there's something for everybody. Almost every division's covered. Grade 1 type horses through and through. You got a returning Met Mile winner, a horse like Tonalist, the Belmont Stakes winner, trying to cut back to the mile. He did it successfully in the Westchester. Just a tremendous card of racing that day and leading into it as well.
It's going to be terrific. Then those 3 day, or I should say the 2 days leading into the Belmont Stakes card are lined up with stakes. We've got the Goo Goo Dolls. You're very excited about them. Finishing off Belmont Stakes Day with the live Palace, or live concert here at the Palace, and OAR the night before, wrapping up Belmont Stakes Eve. Back to race number 9. Let's do it. Johnny I with the call. Classic allowance race on a Saturday at this time of the year at the Palace, and let's send it up.
And the rough. Anchor down, away well, and out for the lead. Cease now moves up, and Serban. So 3 of them across the track for the early lead. Just in behind, it's Street Lord and Matru. Up the backstretch, Cease has taken over the lead. Cease in front, length and a half. Anchored down in second. Then it's Matru with Street Lord. And at the rail, it's Serban. Extreme outside, Wabajack now moves up a spot. And then it's Mills, who's running in between horses. Followed by Mr. Palmer, Life in Shambles, and a break of 3 to Bimata, who trails the field in 10th. The quarter was running 23-3. Cease in front here. Cease in front by almost a length. Anchor down, the favorite. Chases in second. On the outside is Matru in third. Street Lord, and on the inside, Serban. They're right together, 4th and 5th. And then Mills, who's picking up a spot from 6th, followed by Wabajack, Life in Shambles, then Mr. Palmer and Bimata, the half, 46-4, midway on the turn. Cease and Anchor down, and the 2 of them are heads apart for the lead, with Matru just in behind, running in third. A break of 3. Mills now advances into 4th, and Street Lord is 5th, off the turn and into the stretch. And it's Anchor down with the lead. At the rail is Cease. Matru's on the outside. A furlong to the finish. Anchor down has the lead. Matru driving up on the outside. Cease is third, closest to the rail. Less than a 16th. Here's Matru now to take over in deep stretch. Matru by a head. Anchor down was second. Cease finished third.
Clash of the Titans down to the wire here. A three-quarter brother to Funnyside in the blue and white for Shadwell. And then you've got Todd Pletcher and the son of Tappet in Anchor Down. And it was just a good finish to the good battle to the finish line.
Yeah, really good battle. Anchor Down failed to change leads. May have cost him that little bit. Drifted out late. Matru, very good, though. Broke a little bit better. Still broke a step slow, but a little bit better. But I think that long run down the backstretch allowed him to get into the race the right way, and he was very resolute.
And it was a heck of a day here at Belmont for Shadwell Stables. Sit tight because they unleashed, along with Keir McLaughlin, a good-looking 4-year-old firster by Bernardini. Now, Keir McLaughlin doesn't train this one, Chad Brown, and we see his assistant, Cherie DeVoe, welcoming back Madru to the winner's circle. And this is a decent little horse. I doubt we've seen his best, Matru, that is, and we can get on to the wait a while. This was the co-feature, race number 9 on a 12-race program. 3-year-old fillies, 7 furlongs.
And they're off. Number 5, Stella Street, just walked out of the starting gate, has spotted the field 5 lengths. Lady Shipman is out first, with Sunset Glow racing in second, and Isabella Sings on the outside in third. Celestine runs in fourth, and after the slow start, Stella Street is at the back. Lady Shipman steps away here to lead by 2.5 lengths, with Sunset Glow racing in second, Celestine and Isabella Sings at a break of 3 to Stella Street. The quarter was run in 22 3/5 seconds. Lady Shipman, the leader here by 1.5 lengths. Sunset Glow, the favorite, is running in second. Isabella Sings on the outside in third. Celestine down at the rail in fourth, and Stella Street is fifth. Stella Street now 4.5 from front-running Lady Shipman, who ran a half in 45 4/5 seconds. Lady Shipman pressured here by Sunset Glow as the field comes into the stretch. It's Lady Shipman with the lead. Sunset Glow on the outside. Celestine is rallying down at the rail. Then Isabella Sings and Stella Street. They're moving for the 16th pole. Here comes Celestine coming on through to take over the lead. And Celestine wins the Wait a While Stakes. Sunset Glow was second. Lady Shipman finished third, then Isabella Sings.
Resolute rail victory from this daughter of Scat Daddy. She had 2 good ones in front of her, but she refused to back down, Mig.
No, she refused to back down under a terrific ride from Rajiv Mirage. Patient. I think the turn back from the mile to the 7 furlongs helped her be able to finish the deal. The 3-horse Sunset Glow, we know she's talented, but she's on the hard chase to a very good filly, Lady Shipman, who hung in very gamely, and I think it just took its toll, set it up well for Celestine.
Now, this race was at 7 furlongs. I think these fillies still have a lot of ways to go, or I should say a lot to gain before they're mentioned in the same breath as Lady Eli. But Belmont has few peers, and we love Rajiv Mirage. Good to see Raj healthy, and he caught up with the Mig after getting off this filly.
Rajiv, last time you rode Celestine, she was up on the pace. She won. Today, a faster pace. She worked out a great trip on the inside. She's pretty versatile, huh?
Yeah, that's one of her biggest assets. Not only is she super talented, but she's also versatile. She can adapt to any scenario, which I think is going to bode well for her going forward.
Do you think, I mean, she finished so well going the 7 furlongs today. How far do you think she'll go effectively?
Well, her mile race last time was extremely impressive. She finished up strong, and when I rode her going a mile last time, it seemed like she can go as far as the races are. She can go a lot further than a mile, but she also won going 5, so that's another thing about her. She's so versatile in every aspect.
To me, you've been riding extremely well. You had a lot of seconds coming into today's card, and I don't think winning and losing always tells the whole story, but you've already had a few wins today. It's got to do a lot for your confidence.
Yeah, I just, when things aren't going the way you want it, like running seconds, I just try to stick to the fundamentals and not get down. I felt like I've been riding pretty good, and just very unfortunate to get so many seconds. And if those were wins, I'd be doing great right now. But I think I'm still in the hunt, so I keep going.
Is it hard not to change things up and maybe start pressing when you just aren't getting the bounces?
Well, that's generally what your mind tells you to do when you're not doing as good as you hope. But you have to try to think, you're doing everything right, don't change it. Not because you're not winning, just keep doing what you're doing. And that's one of the things after riding for however long I've been riding, that's one thing I learned. Don't change it up if you're doing the right thing.
Well, I think you're riding terrific, and this ride proved that as well. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
He's about as good a guy we have riding in this Belmont Park jockey colony. And you talk about Raj being on the comeback from that brutal injury that he suffered last October in the Jockey Club Gold Cup. I walked into work yesterday at around 9:30 a.m. and Raj was coming in his working gear, had galloped and worked a bunch of horses, had his jeans on, and was going right to the room to start watching replays and prepare. And those seconds will turn into wins for this guy.
Oh, they absolutely will, and that's what you have to have faith in. Of course, stay on top of the people you're riding for. Make sure you see them. You're keeping your connections open. And when you're second, sometimes it's easy to go high. No, you got to go right to them. Make sure you keep that mount. And it is unfortunate he got hurt when he did. It cost him a Breeders' Cup win last year, but I think he worked hard to get back. I think he's riding well. The bounces will start going his way, and he loves what he does, and that's what shines through. That's why he always has such a good attitude.
Right, his passion for the game and the fact that riding is so fun is infectious, and I always have a good time. He's the kind of guy you run into no matter what mood you're in a better mood after talking to Raj.
He's got that grade 1 laugh.
He does have that grade 1 laugh. Fires a 115 Go Zapper or a Formal Gold-like buyer every time you hear it. Let's get back to race number 11 as we wrap up the action with the final dirt race on this long Saturday card.
And they're off. Curious Cow, Manhattan Johnny. Manhattan Johnny now has the lead. Curious Cow and Round. Round takes second. Curious Cow's on the outside in third. And then it's Brass Pair, who's racing in fourth, almost 3 lengths. Back to Battle Midway and Joking. Manhattan Johnny has the lead here, 3/4 of a length. Round and Curious Cow right together, second and third, with Brass Pair in fourth through a 22 and 4 opening quarter mile. Joking is running in fifth. And Joking is about 5 lengths from the front. Battle Midway is the trailer, with Manhattan Johnny leading the way here by 1.5 lengths. And Round is in second. On the outside is Brass Pair along with Curious Cow. Joking is down at the rail. The half in 46 and 1. The field is in the stretch. And it is Manhattan Johnny holding on to the lead here. Round is all out in second. Joking continues to gain at the rail, but there's just a 16th of the wire. And Manhattan Johnny is still in front. And Manhattan Johnny is going to win this race in front-running fashion. Joking up for second. Then Round and Curious Cow.
Speedy victory out of Manhattan Johnny, a one-time $400,000 2-year-old purchase. Looks like he took a big step forward today for trainer Jeremiah Engelhardt.
Yeah, big step forward and proving once again speed is always dangerous. A good aggressive ride by Luis Saez. Jeremiah Engelhardt's barn's heating up. And again, talk about wins don't always tell the whole story. I mean, the horses are running well, and now they're starting around to that winning form. Jeremiah Engelhardt, a good horseman. Again, you just need the right bounces.
There hasn't been a gold rail scenario, but it does seem as each of these cards passes by and into the chart books forever, this is a main track where you want to be, maybe not on the lead per se, but you want to be within striking range at around the 3/8 pole. Would you agree?
My style. Like them in the game in a position to win.
Getting Miggy with it right from the gate, and we'll do just that. Final segment is coming up. We are not finished yet on this Preakness Day edition of Insider. Please check out the voting for the Mike Venezia Award, currently ongoing at NYRA.com. You can choose which jockey best exemplifies extraordinary sportsmanship and citizenship, and a fine group of riders listed.
Yeah, all guys that kind of walk in the same footsteps, big footsteps that Mike Venezia left for them. Just a terrific guy and a terrific award. So please vote at NYRA.com.
All right, fair enough. And a terrific day of racing lined up, and Memorial Day right around the corner. It's hard to believe. We'll have that Big Apple Showcase Day program, the first of 3 championship stakes cards for the New York Reds. This is round 1 on Memorial Day, May 25th. Great racing and plenty of ways to eat and enjoy yourself.
Well, and just utilizing that beautiful backyard here and having a place to go eat, either the buffet upstairs or the backyard barbecue, and just great racing and a great atmosphere.
It's the MIG. It's JB. We hope you're still with us. It's been a long day. I know the show is airing on MSG Plus at 9:30 p.m. We have our final 4 remaining. Johnny I off the quarter pole, 5, 7, 8, and 12.
Stretch. It's Jack's Heritage, elusive. Talmo, Captain Kit continues to gain on the outside. Jack's Heritage in front. Captain Kit. And here's Raffy's Bay putting in a late charge. They come down for the finish. Jack's Heritage, Raffy's Bay to pull off the upset. Jack's Heritage second, and Captain Kit was third. Prepper, and the two of them are right together as they come into the lane with Kabang on the outside. El Mazid gets clear. El Mazid in front by 3 lengths. Kabang moves into second. Prepper is third. And Here Sir is fourth. And it's going to be a front-running victory here for El Mazid, won by 5. Kabang was second. Here Sir third. Securities got up for fourth. Moonlit Sonnet, Swift Taylor just in behind. 3/4 in 1:12 and 2. The field is in the stretch. Here comes Moonlit Sonnet up to challenge Dreaming As Always. Dreaming As Always has the lead. Moonlit Sonnet in second. Detail with a late run on the outside. It's Dreaming As Always in front. Detail moves to second. Dreaming As Always wins it as the 3-2 favorite. Detail second. Appeal is still in front. It's Hatta's Appeal who kicks clear here to lead by almost 4 lengths. Jadam is moving up on the outside and gaining ground. Winter Wish is tailed off, passed by Weekend Hottie down at the rail. They're coming down for the finish. Hatta's Appeal. Here's Jadam on the outside. Hatta's Appeal, Jadam, Weekend Hottie. Photo finish. Jadam may have gotten up in the final strides. A photo finish.
We'll look at the rider standings in just a few seconds, but a big Saturday here for jockey Irad Ortiz Jr. How about Cappy, though, on this Preakness day? A second look, race number 7, and good things come to those who wait. 4-year-old career debut out of this colt by Bernardini. El Mazid, man, was he good.
He was very impressive. One of Irad Ortiz's 4 wins. Kieran McLaughlin Barn keeps up that torrid pace. Just everything they put on the track's running well. And this horse has the look, Jason, to me, of a horse that'll go further, and he won sprinting. That's a scary thought.
675 Ks, a yearling back at Keeneland September in 2012. And we move on to the rider standings with Irad Ortiz Jr. just up for win number 4 on Jadam in race 12.
You're kind of opening up a little distance on the field. Going to get Brave on the lead. It seems like he's usually coming from behind in the standings.
Chad Brown a win today. Kieran McLaughlin had a win today. David Jacobson had a solid second in the vagrancy. Belmont, Christophe Camont had wins as well. A talented group of horsemen. And today's claims, whole bunch of horses changed hands.
Yeah, a lot of action at the claim box and some expensive claims as well. Interesting day at beautiful Belmont Park.
They always are. And the best part is we do it all again tomorrow. Sunday, life after the Preakness, a first race post of 1:20 p.m. We'd say let's go Rangers, but they already got that game 1 victory out of the way. We say let's go American Pharoah. It's going to be a fun 3 weeks here at beautiful Belmont Park. BelmontStakes.com for those limited Belmont Stakes seats. We hope you had a great Preakness, and thank you for joining us. For the Big and myself, have a great evening.